same time. So this is going to be an exciting challenge for us.
Yes, and for this weekend we have 4 games coming to you on the stream and in-house. This is the first game in a few minutes. It's going to be Crime City Rollers versus Gothenburg Roller Derby at 11, and then we will return at 1 with Norrköping Roller Derby and Luleå Roller Derby.
So all in all, an exciting day of derby ahead of us, and another exciting day tomorrow. So we are going to see a skate out from the teams here in just a second. And if you want to get in touch with us on social media, use the hashtag Elitserien roller derby.
And you have to spell it in Swedish, so
Spell
there
it
is
in
no
Swedish.
E on elite.
Yes. And if you're wondering why we are speaking English, it's partly because derby is a very international sport, but also because since all of Sweden's finest roller derby is more or less down here skating, they had to import the Danes to come and talk.
That's true. We had a bit of a challenge with finding a local crew, so we have imported one. Just a few minutes before we begin, the first team to skate out will be Gothenburg. And as I understand it, Gothenburg have already played 1 game in the series game so far. Let's see, I have some numbers here. We have a bit of a technical issue down here, so don't mind us.
I see.
So we have the latest results from Elitserien, and we have had a game in October with Luleå that you'll be seeing this weekend, playing against the Royal Army, taking the win there. And in this October weekend, we also have Duck City playing Norrköping Roller Derby, which we will also see this weekend. So the 2 teams, Luleå and Norrköping, have already played a few games in the Elite Series of this year.
That is right. But we're going to be seeing Crime City and Gothenburg in just a couple of seconds, so let's rev up for that, shall we? Oh, and by the by, I am River Ray, and by my side I have...
The lovely Pony Cat.
The lovely Pony Cat, indeed.
And we're ready for the skate out. The first skate out of today. It's going to be Gothenburg Roller Derby.
Cue the music, here they come.
And for Gothenburg, we will have number 10, Vegan Warrior. Number 1618, Fred Finta. Number 2, Swaggy. Number 209, that's Mithra. Number 247, Balin. Number 34, Rainbow Smash, who is also the captain. Number 403, Executee. Number 404, Payne Gretzky. Number 44, Julie Jett. Number 55, Clit Beastwood. Number 56, Volvo Amazon. Number 61, Fia McNuff. Number 777, Peppy Blue. That's Gothenburg. Welcome to Gothenburg Roller Derby.
And now,
the home team, the champions of last year, Crime City Rollers.
Skating for the Crime City Rollers in Elitserien, we have number 104, Spinosaurus, number 112, Blondie, 159, JJ Furry, number 16 is Feisty, 304, Naka, number 33, Filthy Rich, number 4, PK Roland, 412, There, 48 is Gat, 50, Katja, 636, Darling Ripper, number 7, King K, number 79, Goldie Blocks, number 8, Notorious Ninja, 82 is Rita La Bonita, and 999, Power Pussy. Give a big hand to the Crime City Rollers of Malmö.
And of course it is this year's classic, Fem fine frøkner, from the TV series Skam, that is the skate out song.
Of course.
I'll cheer for that.
Always.
And we have the officials getting ready, skaters getting ready to send their first lines out on track. There is going to be derby in just a few seconds.
There we have it. The whistle for 60 seconds is on.
And lining up to jam, we have Mithra from Gothenburg going against King K from Crime City Rollers. Hvad er det, der sætter And there goes the first whistle.
Nice moves by King K.
Beating Belin out front to pick up lead jammer status, the first one of the game for Crime City Rollers.
Meanwhile, we see Mithra still being held down by the jammer line.
Nice offense being played by Crime City, trying to break out King K on the scoring run.
And as Mithra was nearing the pack, that was a call-off from King K for the first 4 points on the board for Crime City Rollers. On the line for this second jam, we have number 999, Power Pussy for Crime City, going up against number 38.
No, 3-4, that's a Rainbow Smash.
Oh, 34, I am so sorry.
Power Pussy finds some room on the inside line, gets past the Gothenburg defense to pick up lead, but closely followed by Rainbow Smash.
A tight mash in the pack there. Let's see what that was. That was a 2 points.
And you could hear the team yelling, call it, call it, call it, in the pack.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to secure those points.
On the line for Crime City, we have Darling Ripper. And on the line for Gothenburg, that is
Fred Finta. 3 wall of defense in the back with 1 offense. That's from Swaggy from Gothenburg, trying to break out Fred Finta. A little bit of room on the outside. First 2 whistles for Gothenburg in this game goes to Fred Finta, lead jammer for Gothenburg.
Red Finta coming in on a quick scoring pass, picking up 1 point before calling it off. The threat from Darling Ripper was
imminent.
Imminent was the word I was looking for. Thank you.
And you could see there in the last jam that Gothenburg was holding back an egg, holding back one player from Crime City, securing that one easy pass point for Gothenburg's jammer.
Yes, that was well played by the Gothenburg blockers to secure at least 1 point before when the jammers come in such close succession.
Next up jamming, we have Mithra for Gothenburg and King K for Crime City Rollers. Both jammers are out of the pack, racing to get to that scoring pass. Oof, so close. Tumbles in the pack.
And Mithra decides to call it off, giving a 0-0 jam.
I think these jams are so interesting. Even though there are no points scored, you can see the teams battling it out for pack control. Because in this situation, you're looking for, is there an easy point or is there not an easy point when you're coming in this jammer? In this case, there was not, so Mithra called it.
I think with these two teams, we are not going to be seeing that many easy points anywhere.
Definitely not. Up next, we have Power Pussy for Crime City Rollers and Rainbow Smash for Gothenburg.
Power Pussy being drawn all the way back past the jammer line there. Meanwhile, Rainbow Smash is out for lead and hungry for points.
We have one blocker in the box for Crime City. So that will be a full pass for Rainbow Smash.
4 points for Rainbow Smash in that jam with a beautiful pass on the inside line.
So the status after the first couple of jams of this game is Crime City Rollers at 6 points, Gothenburg Roller Derby at 5 points. If you have something to say about this game, do use the hashtag Elitserien Roller Derby. We have a little screen here. We will read your tweets, your whatevers.
Instagram, Twitter, you name it, we got it.
In this jam, we have...
That looks like Darling Ripper out for lead for Crime City, who is going up against... Is that?
And I'm sorry, we have a bad angle at who the jammer for Gothenburg is until now we see that's Fred Finta.
There you go. Call off from Darling Ripper there. Let's see what the points come to. That's going to be 2 more points on the board for Crime City, bringing the total up to 8 points versus Gothenburg's 5. So 5 minutes in, tight game.
Tight game, low scores. This is going to be exciting, I think.
Oh, yes. And if you are watching on your screen, you can see the hashtag on the right-hand side.
Lead has been picked up by the home team. That's King K. And Vegan Warrior still in the pack fighting for Gothenburg on the first pass. King K finds some space on that inside line to pick up all 5 points for Crime City Rollers.
Vegan Warrior still contained in the back of the pack here in turn 1.
Beautiful defense work from Crime City, sparing no effort. All the pack was lying down to get Vegan Warrior out of the turn 1.
Yes, that is turn 1. Right in the first apex.
And we have the first power jam situation of this game. That's for Crime City Rollers as a Vegan Warrior has taken a seat in the penalty box.
King K has about 30 seconds left of the penalty time for unimpeded chaos.
King K coming in with a hard hit on that pass. have Belin making some mayhem in the pack. The pivot for Gothenburg. Draw back from Volvo Amazon of King K into turn 3. But with a full pass, King K calls it. That was a 29-point jam for Crime City Rollers, taking the first real dig out of the points, leading them to 37 points for Crime City Rollers, 5 points for Gothenburg Roller Derby.
That was a very, very, very efficient power jam on behalf of Crime City Rollers.
First up, jamming in this game, we have a Spinosaurus for Crime City Rollers going against Mithra for Gothenburg.
And I have a message on the social media site from the from the first aid crew who says they're hoping for a very boring game.
From their point of view.
From their point of view.
And we always wish for the first aid crew to be really, really bored when
that is
we're
the best way to go.
having these two games. Mithra picks up lead.
And comes in on a scoring pass for Gothenburg.
Back block being picked up by Julie Jett. It takes advantage of the new rules and goes counterclockwise into the penalty box.
Yes, that is true. We are all these games this weekend are being played by the new rule set.
So if you have not been paying attention, you do not know that there are new rules of how you can enter the box.
Also some interesting new adds to the cutting.
Yes, I am looking forward to how they're going to call the cutting penalties today, because as you may know, you have to enter behind the skater that hit you out of the pack. But in this case, with the new rules, you can take back a cut if you accidentally enter the track.
Yes,
you just have to go out of the track, yield your position to the right player, and then re-enter him.
That is true. That is going to be an interesting change of rules. On the track, we have Rainbow Smash behind a triangle wall of purple in the back. Meanwhile, up in the apex, we are seeing
Power Pussy fighting Volvo Amazon in turn 2. Picks up that lead position. Ooh, and we have a pass situation for Julie Jett, the pivot of Gothenburg. And if there are any people in the hall that have never seen Derby before, we are just going to run through the rules really fast. We have 5 players on track from each team. 1 is wearing a star on their helmet, that is the jammer. There is no ball, but the jammer can score points by passing opponents on track.
Like we are going to see in just a second, jamming for Crime City is Darling Ripper, and jamming for Gothenburg, that is Fred Vinta. And if you're sitting up here in the hall with us, you should really check out the program for today. That will give you a little insight into the rules and regulations of roller derby as well.
But normally we would have the first jammer exiting the pack to pick up lead jammer status if they have legally passed all players in bounds on the track.
That did not seem to be the case for Darling Ripper, who earned a no pass, no penalty. But that does mean that Darling Ripper cannot be lead.
Darling Ripper in the pack, picking up points though on a scoring pass. You will also notice, if you are a first-time roller derby watcher, that we have quite a lot of people wearing stripes skating around the track on the inside and on the outside. These are the refs, also called zebras. that look on the game and make sure that everything happens within the rule set. There are a lot of things you can't do. The penalties that are most likely to happen are cuts, which means cutting in front of a person who had position on you. Forearms, back blocks, so on, not legal, will earn you 30 seconds in the penalty box.
And on the track right now, we're having a bit of an interesting situation, as this is the first jam of the game with no lead jammer. So this jam ran the full 2 minutes, with 13 points going to Crime City Rollers and 7 points earned for Gothenburg in that jam.
2 more points were awarded to Crime City Rollers at the end there, Rivers, so that takes it to a total of 16 points for Crime City.
There you go.
But we also did see a very interesting situation that can happen. There is one player amongst the blockers with a stripe on their helmet. That player is called a pivot. This player is the only player in the game that can receive the jammer star helmet cover and continue playing as a jammer. That happened in the last jam, so that is why Julie Jett is wearing the star in the penalty box at the beginning of this game.
And with Julie Jett in the penalty box, that meant that King K had easy access, slipped out to become lead, and is picking up points as we speak.
So far, a few power jams going to Crime City Rollers in this game. And the reason that we do put such a special emphasis on power jams is that when there's only one jammer on track, there is only one game going on at a time, one defense-offense play going on at a time. Normally there will be both defense and offense happening from both teams
at the same
time.
Yeah, that is what makes Derby such a high-impact, high-intensity, fascinating sport. The multitasking is insane.
It really is.
King K coming in for yet another scoring pass. Julie Jett still contained in turn 1 by the solid Crime City defense.
Another big jam for King K. 24 points so far, coming in on another scoring pass. Hit out in turn 2. We have a penalty being picked up on that for Belin. Nice offense being played by Gab, clearing the way for King K. Racking up a total of 29 points for Crime City Rollers in this, the second power jam for King K.
Wait a second, because I'm not sure the last points have clicked up on the scoreboard yet.
Might be a bit of a conversation going on. And we have a team timeout being called. Or is it a team timeout? We have a timeout situation.
Looks like an official. Some track needed fixing.
Did get a signal from Nurgle in the middle saying that this was an official review. Thank you very much.
And if you're and that is another group of people that make roller derby happen that we haven't touched upon yet.
We haven't talked about those yet. We did talk about the people wearing stripes. Now we're going to tell you a little bit about all the people wearing pink shirts.
Because those are the non-skating officials. Those are the people that record things. Those are the people who want stats.
Yes. Stats, very important in roller
stats
derby.
Or it didn't happen.
Stats or it didn't happen. So the non-skating officials track all the happenings of the game. That means, for instance, the points, very important, but also the penalties.
And the time?
And the time and who's on the track when. All these things are recorded by the NSOs and tracked so that you can
get all the information in a lovely spreadsheet.
Yes.
And out for lead for Crime City. That is 104 Spinosaurus. Ooh.
And we did see an apex jump there by Julie Jett, coming straight out of the penalty box, doing an apex jump. Very beautiful. So a quick jam puts on another 4 points for Crime City Rollers. And we have an addition, maybe? No?
Nope, doesn't seem to be.
Nope, there is just a bit of a conversation.
Oh, there we go. Timeout.
And I would say that was a good time to take a timeout for Gothenburg Roller Derby. A few major power jams have set them a little bit back in points, as Crime City Rollers is at 94 points after 12 jams in the first half, and Gothenburg is at 16 points.
That is correct, Pony. And you really want to manage your time wisely. You want to have some timeouts left for those last minutes of gameplay. But you also need to check in with your team at times like this, times like these. A timeout in the right time can really make a lot of difference for the mental game of a team.
That's true. And we haven't talked about the people who make the decisions about timeouts and who goes on track when, and that is, of course, the lovely bench crew of each team.
The bench crew.
We love the bench crew.
Yes.
Each team has a bench coach
And a
that
lineup
watches
manager.
the track, and a lineup manager, as you say, that picks out the next 5 people to go on track. These 2 people also help the team make wise tactical decisions and keep their head calm. That's why we love them. Next up, trying to keep their head calm, is Mitra for Gothenburg and Power Pussy for Crime City Rollers, jamming on track.
Power Pussy gets out first to pick up lead. Mitra is close behind. Let's see some penalties being called here.
Smart play by Volvo Amazon and the Gothenburg blockers.
Yes, that was a track cut assessed to Power Pussy for a very smooth move by Volvo Amazon there.
Nice drawback.
Yeah.
Mitra still working, getting past Gab and Nagan. Picks up 5 points for Gothenburg.
So first power jam in favor of Gothenburg here in Jam 13.
Offense being played by the entire Gothenburg pack of blockers, securing an opening big enough for Mitra to pick up another 5 points.
There was not a lot of space on the inside line, but there was room enough for the Power Pussy. 4 points going to Crime City Rollers in that pass.
Beautiful offense and defense being played by both teams in this jam.
Mitra drawn back here to the first straightaway.
We have Swaggy trying to open up some holes for Mitra.
Crime City blockers are not really budging though.
And a cutting being picked up by the Gothenburg jammer at the end of the jam.
Crime City will start the next jam in a power position. A power start.
Yes, but it was a good jam for Gothenburg, picking up a total of 14 points, taking their total to 30 points. But unfortunately, Crime City did pick up 13 points, taking their total to 107 points, crossing that century line of points.
So with 10 minutes just about left on the clock, this game is starting to look a bit different than it did in the beginning.
That's true. I think the thing that happens in Derby is that mostly you'll see a little bit of close play in the first couple of jams, and then the team starts to figure each other out. And either they'll continue to play very close, or one team will really take the lead, as they have in the Crime City's case in this game. But I think the major issue for Gothenburg here is to minimize the power jams that they're giving away.
Yeah, the power jams have really been the bane of Gothenburg in this half.
Yep. We have another jam underway as
we're losing them here in the apex.
yeah, but it's Starling Ripper picking up lead for Crime City.
Mithra still in the penalty box for Gothenburg.
Starling Ripper working on the defense of Gothenburg. That's Fiamme Knuff and Julie Jett. Finding some space on the outside line as Mithra is back on track. Making short work of Crime City's defense, finding space on the inside line.
Nice offense work by the Gothenburg blockers to sweep from the inside to let Mithra through there. And I have a shout out on social media. Gothenburg Roller Derby's Twitter says, "Keep being awesome, you guys. We're all cheering for you." So
nice to get that shout out from home, Gothenburg. Keep being awesome.
On the jammer line, we have that is King K for Crime City.
And Rainbow Smash back on the jammer line for Gothenburg. Both jammers are out of the pack. And the pack is racing to get away. Spinosaurus drawing back a player. That was Swaggy. Drawing back a player to try to open up the points for King K.
Yeah, but both jammers were coming in neck to neck, so to be safe, there was a call off and no points were awarded to anybody.
But we have not told you about the lottery going on.
No.
If you are here in Malmö, you have to go buy a lottery ticket. The thing you can win is amazing merch brought by the teams that are playing this weekend. And all the money goes to Malmö's juniors and Minior.
Yeah, so support the future of roller derby and go buy a lottery ticket.
Buy 5.
Yeah.
We will draw a winner.
Ooh. Nice, there we go.
During each game. So you can win something in like 10 minutes. So you should go buy a lottery ticket right meow.
And we have Fred Finta out for lead for Gothenburg, as Power Pussy is in the penalty box for Crime City.
Ooh, nice spin moves on the outside by Fred Finta. But unfortunately, we have a penalty being picked up by the Gothenburg jammer, making it another power jam for Crime City Rollers, this time in favor of Power Pussy.
Oh, how quickly the tables can turn.
And we have the entire Crime City team trying to break up some holes for Power Pussy. Fiamme Knuff and Julie Jett doing excellent defensive work with Executi from Gothenburg. Nice offensive sweep from Goldie Blocks.
But the Gothenburg blockers reform really quickly.
good work from both teams, breaking up that situation, keeping the defense together from Gothenburg. Very nice. Our Pussy coming in on another point pass. Let's see how many points was awarded on the last. 2 more, making it a seven total in this jam. So 6 minutes and 20 seconds left of the first period.
Score is looking 122 in favor of Crime City versus 32 for Gothenburg. And on the line for Crime City, we have number 7, King K, while Fred Finta is in the penalty box.
And if you were watching the penalty box, you would see that the jam started with Fred Finta standing up in the penalty box, which is what you do when you have less than 10 seconds left on your penalty. You are asked to stand. This is also a signal for the other team that the jammer will very soon be released back on track.
Mm-hmm. So if that's what it looks like when you are starting the jam, you want to get out and get lead as soon as possible to maintain the control of the game. King K racking up the points here, coming in on a third scoring pass.
Juking past Swaggy on the far straightaway. Picks up the full 5 points on that pass.
Clearing up the inside line for King K there, getting a lot of help from Crime City blockers.
And you see King K having a little exchange with the bench crew, asking them whether or not she should call it off.
Yeah.
Having already put 18 points on the scoring board in that jam.
Only 18?
Yeah, I mean, she did have 2 where she put up 29.
I know.
So next up, jamming for Gothenburg, we have a Vegan Warrior going against Darling Ripper for Crime City.
Pack moves slowly and condensedly into the first corner, and at the apex there is a little hole for Darling Ripper, who picks up lead for Crime City.
And it looks like we have a star pass situation to the pivot from Gothenburg. Fia McNuff puts on the jammer helmet cover. Darling Ripper just sneaks by on the outside, totally unnoticed by the defense from Gothenburg as they are trying to break out Fia McNuff on the initial pass. So no points being picked up by Gothenburg yet, but a brave fight it is.
3 passes for Darling Ripper for a total of 14 points.
And just about 3 minutes left of the first period. We have an official review.
It
being
has
called
been
by
called by Gothenburg. And if you are at home listening and watching this game, get in touch with us at hashtag Elitserien roller derby.
And if you are here in the hall, please use the minutes that this official review will take to go buy a lottery ticket.
Yes.
Support the roller derby of the future. Buy the lottery tickets, win the merch. Awesome deal, really.
I know. I mean, you get to look good, you get to feel good because you supported a worthy cause. I mean, it's a win-win situation.
I mean, have you ever seen the juniors?
Oh my God, yes.
They are amazing.
Yes.
They are brave and funny and kind and awesome on roller skates. They also make great friendships through this amazing sport. and really there's no reason why you wouldn't give them your money.
No.
So go do it now.
Yes.
Right? Meow.
I know you're a pony cat, but...
Yeah, I know. So we have all the zebras in a huddle in the middle of the track, and what is
what is it
a
called?
large assembly of zebras? Is it a dazzle or is
No,
that flamingos?
that was flamingos. We're gonna have to look that up again. We keep forgetting.
I mean, I know that somebody knows the answer, and they should totally tweet it at us.
Yes.
Use the hashtag Elitserien roller derby, and tell us the answer, please.
Otherwise, I just have to Google it.
Oh.
No, wait, it was a dazzle of zebras because it was a flamboyance of flamingos.
Oh, that's right. Anyways, the dazzle has broken up, and we are about to figure out why there was an official review, I hope. Mountie has promised that she will come tell us.
So as soon as we know, you will also know. But we are getting in the information with a little bit of lag time. But Mountie is on her way to talk to us right now. And when Pony has been relayed the information, we will give it right back to you.
And Mighty Mountie has just informed me that the official review was pertaining to a track cut. It was called by Black Team on a purple skater. And the official review was granted, so we now have a player starting in the box for Crime City.
Spinosaurus on the line for Crime City, going up against Mithra from Gothenburg. And Mithra just shoots out of that pack, picking up lead right away.
And Mithra picks up 5 points for Gothenburg. Spinosaurus being drawn back into turn 1 by Gothenburg's defense, but finds that space on the inside line. Beautiful. Breaks out of the pack.
Got some assistance from a blocker returning from the penalty box to slip by unnoticed behind the blocker.
Great awareness from Mithra. Picking up a few points on the last pass. That was, as far as I can see, all 5. Then turning in a spin move, seeing Spinosaurus coming around to gain some points, and then choosing to call it off. So beautiful awareness, 10 points being picked up by Gothenburg. Good jump for them, putting them at 42.
Up next, that is Rainbow Smash on the line for Gothenburg, and King K jamming for Crime City. King K is fast out of the turn and picks up lead jammer. Meanwhile, Rainbow Smash is recycled behind the jammer line
by JJ Fury. Rainbow Smash picks up the speed and breaks out of the pack. But King K saw them and decided to call it off. 5 points on the board for Crime City Rollers, 0 for Gothenburg.
Clock is ticking, and we have about 40 seconds left of the time here in the first half. Darling Ripper is going up against Fred Finza in what will probably be the last jam of this half.
Nice offense from the line by Feisty, trying to open up some holes for Darling Ripper. Crime City defenders keeping Fred Finza behind a 3-wall of purple. Volvo Amazon draws back Darling Ripper into turn 4.
Darling Rippers behind the Gothenburg wall in the back. Fred Finza stuck in the apex behind a 3-wall of purple.
And one of the players in that free wall of Gothenburg is Clit Beastwood, who's having their Elitserien debut today.
Oh.
So good work being a protective force of Gothenburg.
Yes.
And we do have lead, picked up by Fred Finta, and now also 5 points. A star pass by Crime City Rollers.
Over to Blondie.
And a large part of Crime City is taking a little bit of a rest in the penalty box. As we go to halftime. That gem is called off. 5 points for Gothenburg, bringing them to a total... 9 points for Gothenburg, sorry. That's a total of 51 points for Gothenburg roller derby in the first half. And 163 points for Crime City Rollers, who will be beginning the next half with a player in the box.
2 players for Crime City will start in the box. So we already sort of know, theoretically, that the first jam in the next half will have a pack advantage for Gothenburg.
Yes. So that exciting note bring us to halftime. Go buy lottery tickets. Before the second half begins, we will draw out a winner of a prize. So you have just about 10 minutes to go buy your lottery tickets, and then we will pick out a winner.
So if you want merchandise from Crime City or Gothenburg, now is the time to go and get your lottery ticket.
There is also coffee, I think.
Yes, very important.
So we will return in about 10 minutes.
Yep.
Do take care of yourselves. Bye.
Bye.
whistle to signal welcome back to the second half of the game between Crime City Rollers and Gothenburg Roller Derby.
That is right. And when we left these two teams, there were some penalties going on. So it looks like, oh, there's a blocker from each team in the penalty box.
So 3-on-3 packs. Mithra for Gothenburg, King K for Crime City jamming.
They came out neck and neck right there. It looks like lead was awarded to King K.
And the jam is called. No points being picked up by either team. Still a blocker from each team standing in the penalty box. So we are right back where we started.
First jam was over quickly, 0-0 points scored. And an official timeout. And we're going to use this official timeout to tell you a little bit more about the wonderful lottery, in case you missed it. Because there are still a lot of tickets left, and you can still win some really cool merchandise from these two teams that you are watching play right now.
So one ticket is, as I understand it, 10 Swedish krona.
Yes.
So you can go buy them at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Where the lovely door people will sell you tickets, and the sooner you buy them, the sooner you are in the lottery.
Oh my God, is that true?
Yes. Wow. 5 seconds until Rainbow Smash and Darling Ripper are released.
And there they go. Darling Ripper being contained up front by the Gothenburg 3-wall.
That's Executive, Firma Knuff, and Julie Jett containing in the front, and Goldie Blocks working the defense for Crime City in the back with Nagan and JJ Fury.
And then we lost them in the apex, and in the apex is also where Crime City lost track of Rainbow Smash. Out for lead for Gothenburg. Meanwhile, Darling Ripper is taking a little seat in the penalty box.
So power jam for Gothenburg at the beginning of the second half.
Rainbow
Heavy.
Smash drawn back by Goldie Blocks into the first apex.
And we have Darling Ripper back on track for Crime City. Big spill on the inside line. Can you tell us what happened, River?
Well, there was a big spill on the inside line. Rainbow Smash took a tumble and was drawn back, giving Darling Ripper some time and some space to wriggle through the Gothenburg defense up front.
But we did have 4 points being picked up by Gothenburg Roller Derby in this power jam for them, giving them a total of 55 points.
Power Pussy and Fred Finta are ready to go at the jam line. And another official timeout. Oh.
I think this was just about making sure that the right blocker from Crime City had taken a seat in the penalty box at the beginning of this jam. So just making sure that everything was as it was supposed to be.
Luckily it was, and luckily we are back in Derby.
Power Pussy smashing into the Gothenburg wall at the front. Drawback by Blondie Deadhead of Fred Finta in the back.
Meanwhile, Power Pussy is out for lead for Crime City, but only by a little bit. Fred Finta is following close behind.
And we did have Crime City Jammer re-entering the pack at the last few seconds, but it looks like no, 2 points was picked up after a conversation between the refs. 2 points were signaled for Crime City Rollers at the end of that jam.
Mithra and King K are going head to head. And Mithra is the winner of that race, picking up lead for Gothenburg. Both jammers racing in. Gothenburg defense managed to trap a blocker, giving Mithra an easy point before a forced call-off, bringing the total up to 56 points for Gothenburg versus 161 from Crime City.
So Crime City takes the lead with a little over 100 points. We have 25 minutes left on the clock of the second half. But this is only the first game of today. We do have another game coming up at 1 o'clock. River, can you tell us who will be playing?
I can. After this game, we are going to see Norrköping going up against Luleå. But that is at 1 o'clock. We still have 25 minutes of game time left on this game, and Darling Ripper is picking up points for Crime City Rollers. 5 on the board in this jam so far, coming in for another scoring pass.
This is a power jam, River, as Rainbow Smash picked up, I believe it was a blocking out of play. Or blocking out of bounds, not sure.
Blocking when you weren't supposed to be.
Darling Ripper takes the outside line and takes her away from all the blockers of Gothenburg. Another 5-point pass for Darling Ripper.
Swaggy goes down to break up the wall a little bit. The Crime City wall, however, reforms right away and keeps on blocking. Both jammers are in a bit of a pickle here in the second apex. Not a lot of movement. Yeah. Ooh.
Nice spin moves by Rainbow Smash.
Very smooth spin moves. Pack is being broken up a little bit. Players going to the penalty box means there is wiggle room for the jammers. But only for a little bit.
14 points being picked up by Crime City Rollers at the end of that jam, and 0 points for Gothenburg, taking the total score to 175 points for Crime City Rollers and 56 for Gothenburg Roller Derby. But let us talk a little bit about Gothenburg Roller Derby's lineup. We have 4 players for Gothenburg having their Elitserien debut.
Yes.
We have a Vegan Warrior playing in the Elite Series for the first time, Payne Gretzky, Clint Beastwood, and Peppy Blue. So welcome to the Elite Series to those 4 players.
This does not mean that these are not skaters that have skated extensively with Gothenburg. It just means that when the last Elite Series was played, they weren't on the A team.
That's true. From Gothenburg, we also have a few players that play for Team Sweden.
That is true.
That is one of the jammers, Mithra, number 209, that we've seen on the track a few times, and one of the very talented blockers, number 61, Fia McNuff. Those 2 players are also skating for Team Sweden.
Not a Team Sweden skater, but out for lead for Gothenburg is Vegan Warrior. A quick pass and a call off. 4 more on the board for Gothenburg in that pass, bringing their total point score up to 60. Do we have any exciting information about Crime City in the same vein?
We do have the information that Crime City did win the Elite Series last year. And very soon they will get a little award ceremony in the local municipality house celebrating that they won.
Aha.
So you could say that even though they have been the champions for a little while, they have not been celebrated yet.
Oh no. Good thing they're correcting that mistake. King K is out for lead and scoring points for Crime City. And consistently escaping the last line of Gothenburg's defense, which is Fia McNuff, as per usual. I feel like interjection.
And I do believe that you mean that Fia McNuff is often the last line of defense,
yes,
right?
That is what I mean. And it takes a lot to get past Fia McNuff. There's a reason why Fia McNuff is on Team Sweden, but King K is made of ball joints and rubber bands and just bounces right back.
King K did an amazing apex jump right here in the turn 3 and 4. But out of the pack, we also have Mithra.
And with Mithra back in play, King K calls off the jam for a total of 23 points. We are hitting the 200 mark right in a second.
That's right. We have Crime City Rollers at the moment sitting at 198 points. And a large part of those points have been earned by the jammer we just saw on track. That's King K putting up some massive point scores. In the first half, she had 2 jams where she put up 29 points, and this one she just put up another 23 points.
Yeah, I made a comment about it earlier when she had a jam where she only put up 18 points. Which, considering the scoring average of King K in this jam, is in the lower end of the scale, which really says something.
Yeah. Can't wait to see those stats supplied by the NSOs.
Yes, because we all know if there are no stats, it did not happen.
That's true. I mean, how would you know that it happened?
I don't know. We also have a shout out from the Twitter sphere. Unfortunately, I do not speak Finnish, so Anna, I'm really sorry, but
I mean, we could give it a go. We did promise that we would read every tweet.
Do you want to go?
Jahas. Nyt må Katson sitta jo. Hashtag Elitserien roller derby. Ja. Syvende.
Syvende.
I have no idea what I just said. I might have offended everybody's grandma. If so, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we gave it a good shot. We see you, Anna. We're gonna have to.
Thank you for tweeting.
We're gonna have to Google Translate this in the after the game.
Right now, we have Darling Ripper ripping out of the pack to pick up lead jammer for Crime City Rollers.
But would you look at that? That is Rainbow Smash. Out of the pack for Gothenburg.
So Darling Ripper just took the 4 points and called it 4-0 for Crime City. Taking them across that 200 mark. 202 points for Crime City Rollers.
On the line, we're going to see Power Pussy. And that is Fred Finta.
And we did have Peppy Blue trying to do some offense for the Gothenburg jammer but unfortunately has taken a seat in the penalty box for a penalty.
Pack is moving in, turn 3.
Power Pussy skates out of the pack for another 5 points for Crime City.
Oh.
Fred Finta fights their way past Goldie Blocks out of turn 4.
That was a quick reforming by the Crime City blockers there.
Bia McNuff slowing down Power Pussy, forcing the call off as the Gothenburg jammer was approaching. 9 points picked up by Crime City Rollers.
Yet again, that is King K and Mitra on the line.
Lead jammer has been picked up once again by King K.
Mitra is knocked out and recycled past the pivot line.
You have a little bit of hectic communication about the fact that the panties seem to slip right off King K's head.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not wearing the star, you will not be earning the points.
That is absolutely correct, Ponycat. Luckily, you are allowed to skate back clockwise to retrieve it.
Nice drawback by Spinosaurus, going up to play offense for King K.
And it was really lucky that King K saw the slipped panty so early in the process, because last time Crime City had a home team against another team that was not internal. We saw that happen quite a lot in the game against Madrid.
The panty drops.
Oh, the panty drops. The panties were dropping all over the place.
If I liked puns, there would probably be something in there. But I'm going to leave it to you, Twitter. Please use the hashtag Elitserien Roller Derby and tell me what kind of puns could we make about dropping panties in Sweden?
It doesn't translate that well, though. It's not... Is it? It's not called. What's it called in Swedish?
Well, you can do it in English.
Yeah.
Then we will actually understand. Or you can do it in Finnish. We'll read it aloud.
If you want to hear us read silly things to you aloud on the live stream or in the audience, please tweet us something in a language that is not Finnish, that is not Danish, Swedish, or English.
Yes. Make us say silly things. Use the hashtag. Lead jammer being picked up by Gothenburg Roller Derby. That's Rainbow Smash.
Darling Ripper is still contained. There is one last blocker to pass there.
And who do we think that is?
There it was, Fia McNuff, and it was Fia McNuff is recycling Darling Ripper all the way back to the apex.
And if you can hear the refs yelling the signal, no pack, that means that the players from each team are not playing in close enough vicinity to each other to play legally. As we've already talked a little bit about, there are many rules in roller derby. One of them is that the team players need to stay close to each other to form a pack. If there is no pack, you cannot score points and you cannot block.
So that means it's highly important to keep track of not only the jammers but also the opposing blockers, to position yourself close enough to them to actually be able to legally do things.
That's right. Roller derby is a multitasking sport.
Rainbow Smash coming in for a third scoring pass. Does a quick hit and call off because Crime City pulled off a little star pass there.
And we have a few points being awarded on the last pass.
That should total 12 points for Gothenburg in that jam.
But also 2 points being picked up by Crime City. But a really good jam for Gothenburg Roller Derby. Now they are at a total of 72 points with just about 12.5 minutes left in this game.
And once again, it's King K up for lead for Crime City Rollers. Hits the back of the Gothenburg wall, sweeps through on the outside and picks up all 5 points in a jiffy.
Fred Finta and Fia McKnuff are working on getting Fred Finta out of the pack.
Gothenburg 3-wall has moved a bit up front to try and defend their points against King K.
A notorious ninja taking Fia McKnuff out, and Gabby also laying a hit on Fia McKnuff as the Gothenburg defenders try to slow down King K. Slowing down King K is what they managed just about, as we have another one of the only 18 points jams for King K.
Yes. But I'll have to say, I have observed, I've seen these teams play quite a lot. And King K is a very, very dangerous skater.
Dangerous. Yes.
I mean, slowing King K down is not an easy task.
No.
It's really not.
It's almost like she's made out of atoms that sort of come apart.
Yeah, I think she apparates.
Apparates, yes.
Apparates through the
that
walls.
must be it. Magical. From the special program at Hogwarts.
They have derby at Hogwarts?
Why wouldn't they?
I thought they were all
Magical
about.
derby. It must be confusing.
I thought they were all about the Quidditch.
Well, yes, but you know, Quidditch, derby, almost the same.
Yeah.
Ooh, somebody has tweeted something. Yay! That's Victoria Wu. Says, great job by announcers with pronouns. Haven't spotted any misgendering here. Thank you so much, Victoria. We're really trying to get it right. If we do make mistakes, they are not on purpose.
That is
We
true.
can assure you.
This is something we are acutely aware of. So. Oh, no. Someone actually took us on our words there.
Oh, I love it.
We're going to come back to it right after this jam.
We have Vegan Warrior and Power Pussy jamming their hearts out. A bit of clockwise being picked up by Nagan. Takes a seat in the penalty box. Power Pussy takes herself past Julie Jett to pick up lead jammer.
Gothenburg defense ready for Power Pussy. It looks like it was a... Yes.
Nice defense by Goldie Blocks. Slows down Vegan Warrior, but Vegan Warrior does clear the pack.
Goldie Blocks has also been a force to be reckoned with for Crime City in this game.
Very correct, River. Another dangerous player from Crime City.
And if you were not paying attention, we were having a little power jam situation up here as Power Pussy went to the penalty box just a second ago. Oh, it must have been more than 30 seconds ago. Oh.
How time flies.
Oh, it does. When you're having fun, you know.
Via McNuff trying to break up the wall of Malmö's defenders. Goldie blocks making another dangerous move as she draws back. Vegan Warrior.
All the Gothenburg blockers are going one-on-one on the Crime City team to try to distract them, to allow some space and some movement to Vegan Warrior, but to no avail so far.
5 points being picked up by Vegan Warrior and 9 points by Crime City Rollers. Okay, so audience, we did promise we would try to read whatever you sent us.
And I'm going to have to say, I actually took a lot of Spanish classes, so I can probably read this, but that doesn't mean I understand what it says.
I think you should give it a go.
Okay.
It's from Riot Dad.
Who says, felicidades para llevar a cabo profesionalmente la transmisión en vivo y dar a conocer.
That sounded very Spanish. I think you did a good job. I have no idea what you said, but it sounded really good.
I don't really know what I said either. So there. Congratulations about something about the professional streaming. That's all I got.
Ooh, nice. Very. So much praise. Darling Ripper has picked up lead and 5 points while we were sillying around with Spanish. And Mithra has also escaped the pack. Darling Reaper going past via McNuff with a nice spin move to the inside, calls it off just before Mithra hits the pack.
So close, but
no cigar, as they say.
Yeah, I never understood what that was supposed to be about.
Really did not understand.
No. Yeah, I was looking for an alternative, but nothing presented itself, so luckily you could step in for me there. We have another official review.
And it's being...
Who are they signaling it for?
I believe it was for Crime City.
I think so.
And I do see Schüttet on the middle.
So for those who have are new-ish to the derby world and have not yet learned how to keep track of all the bajillion rules and regulations, an official review is something that you have the opportunity to ask for if you think the referees missed something or if you disagree with them. Then you have an opportunity to go and explain to them what you mean happened or didn't happen and what should happen. And then they will listen and...
then they will discuss.
They will have a discussion. They will have a zebra huddle.
Yes. And the zebras will, I don't know, eat grass, drink a bit of water, flip their tails, and then they will come to some sort of conclusion about what you said and about the official review.
And whether or not they agree with you.
Yes.
It can be notoriously hard to win official reviews.
Of course, because have you seen how much goes on track? And have you, if you have ever tried to ref, and some players do try to ref occasionally for scrimmages and whatnot, it is really difficult because so much goes on at the same time. And sometimes you're just looking at people's amazing skills and you don't see anything at all. Or, I mean, that's what happens when I ref. That's why I don't. So I can understand how it can be difficult for them to agree on having made a mistake and seen it and reverse it.
But a lot of the time, what happens is that if nobody sees it, nobody can call it. So you come and say, you missed a thing, and the zebras will have to say, well, I didn't see it. There's nothing I can do about this. I can't make a judgment upon something that I didn't see.
Right. Mostly that's the case.
That is true. And simply, as you said, so many things happen on the track. So I'm going to have to say, if you're a derby skater and you want to up your game, You should really try reffing a couple of times. And we're gonna have a little message from Mounty about what that official review was pertaining to. And as soon as Ponycat has the information, Ponycat will relay it right back to you.
Yes, and Mounty just came and told me what the review was about. It was Purple Team who requested a jammer penalty on Black Team. The ref did not agree, so no penalty stands.
That means Crime City Rollers have lost their official review for this half, and will have no more official reviews. But they will have lead jammer for this jam, that is King K, out to score some points.
Rainbow Smash working on that Crime City defense, being recycled by PK Rolling.
King K coming in on the second scoring pass.
And we have a pass, successful pass from Gothenburg Roller Derby.
A star pass, that is.
To the pivot via McNuff.
Who comes in to the back of the pack and threatens to pick up some points there, which forces a call-off from Crime City.
I know that this was, of course, the logical game that needed to happen. Crime City needed to call it off, but I really wanted to see Via McNuff. Yeah.
I know.
Mostly just because I'm a huge fan.
I noticed.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to keep it back.
I know.
Jamming next, we have Fred Finta from Gothenburg. And finding space on the outside line, jamming for the first time in this game, that's JJ Fury.
Or Furry.
Furry? JJ Furry, sorry. Oy. Oh. Both jammers take a spill on that last pass, and what does the point say? Waiting for the zebras to signal.
And if you're watching this on the stream, I think you're going to see a little recap.
Nice little replay. So again, the zebras are huddling. And they have stopped the clock to have a bit of a discussion about this pass. There we get to see it again on this instant replay.
Beautiful spin.
Yes, very talented moves.
That's the thing when so many things happen in roller derby. I was watching someone take a huge fall while calling off the jam and totally missed the beautiful spin.
Mm-hmm. That's what happens. That's why instant replay is your new best friend.
Yes. We have a message back from Riot Dad, who says it's very good red.
Very good Spanish of the announcer.
Well, that was from Huff and Roll.
Ooh.
Riot Dad says, well read. I just congratulated you for great live stream and awesome announcing. Wow, thank you, Riot Dad.
I think we have a new friend. Hi, Riot Dad. We also have lead being picked up by Mithra. Very fast pace in the pack. Beautiful spin move by Mithra. Looks to the bench to figure out whether or not they should call it.
And bench says keep going, so Mithra keeps going. Coming in for a second scoring pass.
Takes themselves through the friendly side of their own blockers into the wall of purple in the front.
Meanwhile, Crime City has executed a star pass.
And we also have the situation of PK Rolling jamming without a Pantheon, but also without a toe stop. So
yeah.
Very challenging play there.
Toe stop went loose right here in front of us, and PK had no time for that and just threw it to the side.
Casual-like, as you do.
Yes. Mithra gets hit to the outside and drawn back by Goldie Blocks and thinks, nah, that fight isn't worth it, and calls off the jam.
We saw Mithra asking for 1 point on the last pass, a bit of a conversation between the refs. No points being signaled on the last pass, making it 10 points for Gothenburg. 0 points for Crime City in the last jam. Good jam for Gothenburg. Next up we have 999 Power Pussy jamming against Rainbow Smash number 3-4.
And that is Rainbow Smash out for lead for Gothenburg.
Nice jukes by Power Pussy. Clears the pack as well.
Ooh, a toast up on the inside line means that Rainbow Smash is recycled.
And in the next jam, we will start with a pack advantage to Crime City Rollers as we have 2 Gothenburg blockers sitting in the penalty box.
The Gothenburg pivot also in the penalty box. Oh. On the line, we have Fred Finta, who is going up against King K. Bia McNuff pushes King K out to the outside, recycles all the way past the jammer line. Crime City defense is up in the apex. Oh, and in the apex is where things go down. Fred Finta slips through on the line there to pick up lead for Gothenburg.
2 lead jams in a row picked up by Gothenburg.
Ooh.
Beautiful line defending by Nagan from Crime City.
Again, you can almost see the jammers getting a hit out, being recycled and thinking, you know what? Let's call it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
So disappointing when you get that hit out.
Yeah.
Just like, oh no.
Ooh.
So everybody was ready to begin, but an official timeout needed to happen. So a bit of a jump on the jam line by Vegan Warrior and Darling Ripper.
Have you seen the time, Ponycat?
Less than 2 minutes left, 1 minute 22 seconds.
Whoa.
Coming to a close here of this first game of the day.
Yeah, that was beautiful move. That's
Volvo Amazon.
Once again.
Also a name we've said a few times today. Good at drawing the cuts.
Sneaky drawbacks.
Yes,
there.
very sneaky. So power jam for Vegan Warrior. For Gothenburg Roller Derby. Gothenburg's blockers standing by, ready to fall into action.
Only 2 Crime City defenders on track. We have a full cadre of 3 skaters in the box in purple. Ooh.
Gothenburg, beautiful offense, secures another full pass for Vegan Warrior.
Meanwhile, Darling Ripper is back on track and fighting for the initial pass.
Vegan Warrior looking for help from Swaggy, number 2 from Gothenburg. Getting drawn back by Feisty from Crime City. And there you have it, roller derby fans. Last whistle of the game.
The unofficial final score says 284 points to Crime City Rollers and 102 points for Gothenburg Roller Derby.
So I really think Gothenburg had some very good jams here at the end, securing lead, securing points. Good final struggle.
Yes.
Taking them right across the 100-point mark in the last jam.
Yes, indeed. And I'll have to say, when both jammers were on track. The fight was good and equal. But
and it's final. Crime City Rollers takes the first win of this Elitserien Mästerskaps weekend. 284. Gothenburg Roller Derby 102 points.
And we are going to have a little break now. And when we come back at 1 o'clock, that is going to be about Norrköping, who will be playing Lulu.
Yes. The next game we will have on the stream Die Mauer and myself, Ponycat. The in-house crew will be River Rain and Mini Mayday.
Yes.
So
indeed.
you will be hearing from us again. Shortly we will be back, as River said, at 1 o'clock.
This is River and Pony signing off.